Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Last time we've completed 2 paralogs, Corrin and Byleth. And now I think that's enough preparations. It's time. If I press the right button, it's time to head out to Chapter 17. Flora Port. Chasing Illusion warships heading to Serenity, the Divine Dragon's army arrives at Flora Port and have no idea whatsoever what they're in for. One thing I kind of like about this chapter is, unlike Destinia Cathedral, it's not obvious this chapter is going to be as big and dramatic as it ends up being. I like the way they kind of blindside you with that.
I don't see any Illusion soldiers yet.
Oh, you will.
They're likely headed for the castle. We better go to Flora Port. That's the port closest to Serenity Castle. You might remember it from your first time here.
Right. My first time here. I was so taken in by those beautiful rolling hills.
And warping Celica to places and destroying armors.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
Smoke. From the northeast.
That's the direction of Flora Port. Oh, they must have... No.
Let's go.
Well, I guess us doing all those paralogs was a bad thing.
Flora.
Why would they do this? These people aren't soldiers. Farmers live here. Families.
Don't give in to despair, Alfred. For your kingdom's sake, we have to be strong. There are more Illusion warships off the coast. If any more make land, Serenity will crumble. We need to fend off the incoming vessels, and then rescue as many villagers as we can.
Oh dear, what a mess. Ugh, and the smell from that smoke, it's really quite horrid.
Zephyr. And Vale, you too? I'm guessing this is your handiwork.
No, absolutely not. We only just got here. I heard you'd be coming to Serenity and I wanted to talk.
Why do you think we're here? Because we saw Illusia's army coming. Your army. The one that's burning Flora to the ground. You're Sombron's daughter. How can you not know what his forces are doing?
I'm not sure. Chris, did you order this attack? Is that how you knew where to go? Chris, tell me!
Sure, I knew about the attack, but I'm not the one who gave the order.
Well then who did? What monster told our forces to attack a town of innocent people?
I get the feeling she's not gonna like the answer.
Why, it was you.
What?
The homes up in smoke, the people burning to death, crying for help, any help at all. It was your design, your command.
Mine? We finally made it. What did I miss?
Vale having an existential crisis.
Forgive our lateness. There was a complication.
Arnie? Mavir? Hey, Lady Vale! Hope you've had some rest after that long trip. Guess I'm a little late. But I am ready and raring to kill everyone in town, like you said. What? Why would you do such a horrible thing? Those are innocent people. Innocent? It's not like you to care about that. Oh, I get it. You switched, huh? You're the boring one. Switched? The boring... What do you mean? Someone explain this to me.
All right, it was a chore dealing with you anyway. I'll tell you the truth. You should hear this as well, Divine One.
The truth?
You want to know why you're clueless? Why you can't remember ordering the attack? Because it was the other Lady Vale's doing, along with every other move we've made.
The other Vale?
Lord Sombron desired a fell child suitable to carry on his legacy. You disobeyed him, failed to use your fell dragon powers, wished for peace. You were a defect, unworthy of your parentage. Thus, Lord Sombron gave me the power to make a few adjustments.
What adjustments?
What did you do to her?
It was simple, really. I strengthened your draconic impulses the teensiest bit.
You also, I guess, removed a lot of morality cores from her brain.
Then you thought nothing of killing humans. You embodied Lord Sombron's will. Killing Lumera, stealing the rings, unleashing the corrupted across Helios. All you're doing.
Yeah, that last bit we didn't know, that Evil Veil was responsible for all the corrupted.
That's why I kept waking up in places I didn't recognize.
Yes. As your consciousness slept, the other was awake, carrying out her work. Think of it. You fighting the corrupted that you had created. But it gets better. The Fell Dragon's daughter and the Divine Dragon became friends. Hilarious, isn't it? And pathetic.
No! No! I'm sorry! You're right! I've done horrible things!
The person who killed my mother and stole our rings, it was Veil. But not...
And also sort of Zephyr, and also sort of Sombron. There's a lot of shared blame here.
There you have it, Lady Veil. I'd say the misunderstanding has been resolved.
Zephyr? Gris? Marnie? Mavier? You weren't my friends! I'm alone! I've always been alone!
Veil, it's all right. Please, let me help you.
How about no?
From this point on, I no longer have any need of you. Sleep now. Go on. Drift off into a dream.
No!
Time to wake up, Lady Veil. We do need you. I know how disappointed you would be if you were to miss the bloodshed.
You're a liar! Nothing like that. Thank you for waking me, Zephyr. I've been so looking forward to having some fun. Fetch me the ring of the Hero King.
Yes, as you wish.
Marth!
And my hounds, prepare yourselves as well.
Whatever you desire, my lady.
How exciting this is. I hope they have the endurance to at least resist a little. It's no fun if they just die. Right? Don't you agree? You know, seeing as how I don't share memories with that pathetic little girl, I simply had no idea you and I were friends now. I hope that you can forgive my rudeness.
Your apology means nothing to me. You're not Veil. Give her back!
Rest assured that I am Veil. Yes. In fact, I am Veil in her truest form. Only one of us deserves the honor of calling the great Fell Dragon her father. That honor belongs to me and me alone.
My friends, it's time to fight!
Oh, that's right. I have an exciting surprise for you.
Okay, so what's about to happen right here is my most disliked thing in Engage's story.
Ivy, and you, Divine Dragon. It's been some time, has it not?
King Hyacinth?
Father! You're alive? He's not. This is corrupted Hyacinth.
You mean...
Looks good as new, hmm? Not like Father's King Morian. I can do much better than that. When I create the corrupted, they're just like themselves. But at times, that can be a hindrance. so I made some modifications.
This is unimaginable.
Princess Ivy earned this.
Why me?
For stealing the rings from Destinia Cathedral. Ever since then, I have longed for vengeance. Hyacinth, I intended to give you the ring of the Lady of the Plains, but your daughter stole it. Take this instead. The ring of the Sage Lord.
So, yeah, that's a pretty apt punishment.
Yes, Lady Vale.
You would have me fight my own father?
No! You can't treat people like this! Don't you understand how cruel this is?
Cruel? This is easily the most fun I've ever had. Speaking of fun, all of the emblem rings are here.
Yes, it's like a crazy, perverse, evil Smash Brothers.
6 on your side, 6 on mine. There's no telling who might win.
Vale.
Now then, let the killing begin.
So, the reason why this is my most disliked aspect of Engage's story is that on its own, it's a really good idea, having Hyacinth come back as a corrupted and inflict massive trauma on Ivy and Hortensia. Again, poor Hortensia, and also Ivy. But they put him in a chapter that has 5 other bosses, and is also the first fight with Vale. It's just like, it's such a waste of a potentially good boss. This guy should have got his own chapter. But anyway, yeah, 6 bosses. 6 bosses, all with emblems. That basically sums up this map. The first time I saw it, I was just like, you want me to do what now? But yeah, first up, we have Hyacinth himself. Also, he has the Flashing Fist art, which is A-ranked. Grant speed +5, but user takes +5 damage. That almost feels like a Fates weapon in terms of how that works. And he's got all the plus skills here. He has access to quadruple hit, quite a lot of dexterity. His actual attack power is fairly low though, so I don't find him a very, dangerous boss, and the only staff he has is Physic. Then we have Zephyr, who has Sigurd, and unlike the Sigurd users in, Chapter 11, she actually gets the full movement boost out of Sigurd. So she gets, an enormous amount of movement, 3 space canter, and she can use Override. And she has the Rise Band 11 sword, and also she has this interesting skill, Soul Blade. When attacking with a sword, damage is calculated using average of foes' defense and resistance. It's kind of like a reverse, combat, like arts, or, fist weapons. Again, her stats aren't super amazing, but her speed is quite high for this point. She's got good HP too, and a lot of defenses. You can't need archers to take her down, except on Maddening you can't even do that. And also, her movement is like almost literally half the map. Then we have Morvia, who for some reason has Micaiah, and this would normally be really terrifying, but he doesn't have any status staves. All he has is Recover, so you would think that Morvia is not that strong, but the thing is, his crit rate is pretty high. I've been crit by Morvia a lot in the past. He can also use Great... I don't think I've ever seen him use Great Sacrifice before. I don't know if his AI ever does it or not, but, theoretically he could do it. His magic's actually quite high, too. So yeah, there's that, but he is still vulnerable to anti-Calthrow weapons, at least in, at least on hard mode. Oh yeah, we have to deal with some corrupted worms as well. And we also have, just some enemies who can, use Key Adept Chain Guarding. Remember when I said earlier, oh boy, imagine Roy's holdout on an armored unit, wouldn't that be painful, huh? Okay, so, Marnie. Marnie doesn't really hit, all that hard, especially since she kind of prefers using her Hurricane Axe and her magic sucks. But here's the thing. Her HP is pretty high, she has 2 health bars, and she has holdout on every health bar. So that's profoundly annoying, I'll just say. Oh, and finally, we have Gris over here. So, Gris has Dark Warp, so he can warp up to 5 spaces and attack with Ragnarok. And he also has access to Celica's Seraphim. If we had any Corrupted on our side, that'd be terrifying. Oh, he has capped defense, which is kind of hilarious. He has capped HP too, for a Sage, and this is only, hard mode. Looks like he has 2 droppable items, though. The thing about Fortify is you need an A rank in Staves to use it, and I think this would imply that Gris has a blue proficiency in Staves, because normally Sages can't get to A in Staves. So yeah, he's here alongside a few other magic users. Now, personally, I prefer to go after Gris first, because he's a pain if you leave him around longer, and he's generally he's not surrounded by a lot of dangerous things, and also he's easy to fight alone. The others you'll probably end up fighting together, which can be a huge pain. Now, there's a lot of woods down here, so it can be worthwhile to sort of tank out Marnie and Morvia, because they will usually fight together in these woods with covert units. So for that reason, I'll have Alcris go over there, and Alcris' future wife will go with him. Who else does Alcris support? Supporting Ivy. Do I really want Ivy to go that way? She is one of my flyers, and I might need her to lure in Zephyr, but still. I probably do not want to continue having lean on... Okay, and I'll do Emblem Rings in a little bit later. Because in terms of unit selection, let's see. I've got my whole core team, right? Pretty sure I've got my whole core team now, so that's good. The thing I love about this map is it forces you to bring out all the stops. Like, just... Your enemy's not going to hold back, so neither should you. And I suppose... See, here's the thing, I will need magic down lower, and also Jean and Clan have an A support with each other. Where should Amber go is the issue. Okay, I think I will actually be sending Anna up towards the north, because she could potentially hit Zephyr for a bit of damage. Oh yeah, you probably need to go after Zephyr as well. Okay, magic will be good against Marnie, but I have Ivy for that, so I think both my other mages should go to the north to lure in Zephyr and Gris. And then, well, I suppose you could go over to Team Marnie and Morvia. And okay, now Emblem Rings. So Jean will take back... Oh, I actually kind of do want... It just kind of depends on where... No, I think Jean will take back Byleth.
I'm ready.
It's like the only reason I haven't switched Jean over to Mage Knight yet. I think Clan will keep Corrin for now. And the thing is, as much as I'd like to use Erica with Louis, I may actually need Erica on Lapis. Alcris, I think, is gonna... No, wait, no, Ivy doesn't need to take Lyn, because Ivy already has Speed Taker inherited.
Let's go.
So you'll take Lady Lyn and go for some double decoying. Now that's 2 extra points of dexterity for more Sandstorm activations. I wonder if Silence plus Divine Pulse may actually help against Zephyr, potentially. Because I actually want you to take Warp, just in case I need to send somebody from the Marnie Morvia front up to the Zephyr front. And Ivy will take an extra Warp Staff just in case I need one. Because Fracture might be helpful here. I'm thinking of using that on Morvia to avoid getting countered by his high crit rate. I think I'm good for now. Here we go.
As your steward.
For the Divine Dragon.
Let's hear it. I need to be more diligent.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it, this is one of my favorite chapters in any Fire Emblem game. This is just, this chapter alone is just absolutely incredible. See, okay, I find oftentimes, whenever they have the obligatory, really big battle chapter, like Fire Emblem loves doing that, like Clash in Path of Radiance, among other things. Whenever there's the obligatory big battle chapter, it often ends up being kind of boring. It's just lots and lots of enemies just slugging it out and just a lot of reinforcements, and...
My apologies.
This time, I feel like they really, you know, made one of these obligatory big battle chapters interesting. Wow, okay, by virtue of the fact that, there are 6 bosses to fight
The choice is yours.
in this chapter, and they're all completely active. They don't just sit on their thrones doing nothing.
Health is everything.
They're an active threat to you, they come after you, they're all totally unique, they all have emblems. This is just generally just such a cool idea for a chapter. Like, it's admittedly a little bit insane, but like, I do like that. Just the fact that they throw such a completely bonkers map at you. Okay, speaking of bonkers though, these guys are going to be doing a lot of damage if they bonk any of us on the head.
I'll protect you. Awaiting orders.
Now, alternatively, I could just go in here with Amber. This part of the song, I believe, is actually part of Veil's theme, which is especially tragic. That's another thing that I like. I'm a sucker for reprises of themes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna... One Berserker should be fine, unless it, like... 41 minus 9. That puts you down to, like, 8 minus 40, so, like, that would be... I think she just barely is okay.
No mistakes.
Of course.
All right.
Okay, you're at least an extra support on Lapis. And you can get in a little closer. Okay, well, Gris is probably incoming. Here he is!
You hit me, I hit you. Let's get this pain party started.
I feel like Gris would really appreciate, the counter skill from Awakening if it was in this game. But I'm kinda glad that it isn't. Also, ow. Speaking of ow, okay, that's no damage, that's fine. Yeah, Luna doesn't typically add a whole ton more damage. I'm mostly concerned about the one going after... No, for some reason you decided to attack Alphys. I guess you want the chain attacks? But yeah, this is where covert units in woods can be really nice. My first time playing this map, this is kind of how I handled this front. I tried to do some dodge tanking with doubles in the woods. Okay, I think first port of call here, though, is... get it, because we're at Flora Port, is to... Yeah, get rid of these Berserkers. Oh, nice, okay.
Think whatever you like.
See, if that was a different Fire Emblem game that had weapon durability, that would have been good for conserving a weapon use, but no, this game does not have durability, but... That's, like, just barely off of killing you, isn't it? Yep, okay. Well, like, to be completely fair, I'm not, like, it's not the end of the world, I can have you kill this guy.
Me first! I won't waste this chance!
Okay?
I won't let this go to my head.
Well, I mean, that crit would have been good against the first Berserker. And, well, that happened. Let's not do that. In fact, okay, you don't have enough damage to, like, instantly kill her, but still. That Corrupted Worm is definitely a huge issue. And speaking of not having quite enough damage to finish something, I could get Luna here, or Dual Assist, or that.
I'll apologize later.
I'm getting a lot of 69 crits in this playthrough, but just realized I probably should have positioned Lapis better there to potentially get some chain attacks. I do need to kind of maximize that. So yeah, those Corrupted Worms are an issue. I can lure in that guy, though, I think. There's also a lot of fire on this map, so that's something to be aware of. Those spaces will slow you down and damage you. Is anybody even slightly hurt right now? Alchris, but I mean, that was just that chain attack that he took earlier. Probably rather take this here with Ivy than anyone else, but... yeah, I'm just... So, something that can end up happening later is that the Corrupted Worms will rush you alongside Marnie and Morvia's forces. So sometimes it can be good to, like, try and wait a little bit and lure that guy from above. Okay, now we have Gris to deal with, and as I said earlier, it is fairly easy to get Gris isolated. So I think I'll start off by getting myself into chain attack range and also Draconic Hexing you. But I think unlike Feats, you actually have to hit for Draconic Hex to work. I always kind of... Well, I think you had to hit for debuffs to work in Fates, but also certain, like, skills in Fates you had to, certain skills in Fates, like, I think it was, Poison Strike that worked even if you missed. The only way to avoid getting poisoned was to, like, outright... yeah, you have, a lot of resistance. Yeah, so physical attacks are the way to go here. But the only way to, like, avoid that was to outright kill the enemy with a counter. Really? One off? Well, actually, no, I can do this. Or I could Stiletto for a potential crit. And by potential crit, I mean 51% crit, because, yeah. I'm probably going to get it on the second attack, though, aren't I?
You're dead.
Okay, no, I got it on the first one.
Oh, yeah!
Was that too much?
It's funny, I was about to make a joke that Gris was probably going to go yes to that you're dead thing, but then it turns out he said, oh yeah. So he pretty much literally did that. Oh yeah, by the way, Louis versus Gris, not a good idea. Very much not a good idea. In fact, I don't even know why I put Louis on this side. I guess because he was closer to some of those things. Actually, yeah, let's have him go the other way, because I don't want to have another situation where,
I can still help.
Is this going to be one of those weird cases where Vajra Mushti is actually a good idea? I mean, it actually does an okay amount of damage. It'd be funny if he crit too, but I don't know if that's gonna... Okay. As much as I would like to have Seedol Dance here for Louis, I think I probably do need to finish off Gris with, Yunaka. So, let's get... well, okay. Either Yunaka finishes Gris here or somebody else does. It's generally fine either way.
First one's free. Time to finish the job.
And there we go.
Exquisite.
1 down, 5 to go.
Delicious pain. Let's do that again sometime.
I'm honestly kind of surprised this is the first time you really seriously fight Gris, because I feel like they could have had him fight in Chapter 14, in Chapter 16, because, like, in that one, it just kind of feels like, it's just... Probably shouldn't have convoyed that, because I think Jean could have used that Bolganone, but anyway. Because, yeah, just anyway, like, the fact they make you fight Marnie and Morvia again after you were just done fighting them is just kind of not the greatest of things. Okay, how about Clan goes for... He has to not equip the Thunder Sword, because Levin Sword... Sorry. Thunder Sword is a weapon, is what the Levin Sword is called in some earlier fan translations. Actually, hang on a second. I was like, huh, if only Jean could heal himself, and then I realized he actually can. Rare instance of that being useful. Okay. It's also kind of cool because, like, in a game as kind of, like, sort of tightly balanced in terms of both power and durability on enemies, as well as you.
Did you see that?
This chapter actually is surprisingly fast-paced for what a big map this is. Like, in any other game, this map would easily be super tedious, but I feel like I've accomplished a lot already, and it's only been a few turns. I was kind of hoping that you'd, one-shot that, but still. Oh, right, that. Well, I mean, yeah, you're still gonna die anyway. And, okay, something... Okay, yeah, I thought the worms would start moving. Also, hi there. Hi there, Archer. Oh, no, okay, Marnie's not moving in. Sometimes Marnie does move in at this point, but okay. I spy with my little eye something beginning with a good opportunity for your engage attack. I mean, that actually won't kill, though, because, of course, this isn't a magical attack, it's a physical attack, but... Because if... Like, look at this. I'm pretty sure that neither of you are a threat to any of my... Actually, you're an okay threat to my mages. But also there's that. It is going to be slowed down a little bit by the fire, though, so keep that in mind. And yeah, so these areas here aren't actually obstacles. They might look like obstacles, but you can actually move through them. But you'll be taking damage. In fact, am I going to... Actually, yeah, I can finish you. Does mean that I get hit by the dragon, but still.
Have another!
Was that sufficient?
Well, yes, it was, definitely. Amber still can't quite reach the worm, though. Oh, he's barely not at Mulagir. Mulagir would be really good to have right now. Okay, no, let's think more about the upper front before I start going in on the lower front. Because I think maybe you might be able to... Yeah, you can actually one round with this Radiant Bow. I suppose I'm a little over-level for this map thanks to Paralogs, but the experience was spread out around my army because I couldn't use everybody in every Paralog, so I'm sort of okay with this. Actually, hang on a second. If Anna also one-rounds the other one, which he probably does because enemies typically have very similar stats if they're the same type of unit, so yeah, there we go. I have fun using Anna. I know objectively she's not like the best unit in the world, and Fogado can do a very similar thing. I like it when somebody can actually double like reasonably with the Radiant Bow. It's sort of rare for that to happen. Again, let's just use the higher evasion weapon. Yeah, I do sort of wish Thieves in this game, like some people have complained about like there not being an assassin class, but like Thieves basically is assassin in Engage. Like, that's pretty much what it is. It's just like, it's a combat class that uses knives. It's basically just assassin. It reminds me a lot about how in Pokemon, like, I love this particular speedrun quote about Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, that they were saying, like, would now be a... Finally, Clan having hybrid growths is paying off, and I love it. Because this gives me Chaos style, too.
For the Divine Dragon.
He's a little hurt, but yeah, I do like that actually, you know, like, it's kind of rare that you get to see, like, Mage Knights get to be a hybrid. But anyway, the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee thing was like that, like, I can engage to snipe with Byleth, but I kind of feel like it's probably better if I... What's your crit chance? 12. Oh, my luck is way better than that, especially thanks to Byleth, so I don't get crit by you. I don't think you double me either. Yeah. It's okay. And I probably double you with that. But yeah, no, sorry. The Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee thing was that, like, it was a quote from a speedrun that I really like, which is, they removed Giga Drain in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but they also buffed Mega Drain to be Giga Drain. That's kind of how I see Thieves in Engage. They basically are assassins. So, I've got some things... Again, I keep calling things, but I've got some things coming in. However, yeah, so the damage from the Corrupted Worm combined with other enemies, that adds up. Where's the Emblem Energy? Okay, there's Emblem Energy down there, so maybe it is actually worth engaging with Amber now. Let's see. Although, granted, the more damage he takes from the worm, the higher his crit rate gets with Wrath, so maybe I shouldn't do that now. I'll just see if, like, it's tempted to attack me like that. However, Alcrest and Lapis can commence Operation Woodland Honeymoon and go down there and get massive evasion. Yeah, Chain Guard's going to be kind of useful here too. Not kind of, probably very useful. Hi there! Actually, I don't think, like, I was about to say I'm glad you can't double, but I'm pretty sure that theoretically speaking, worms can double if they have enough speed to do it. It's just that, like, you need to be really, really slow to get doubled by one of them.
I have to keep everyone safe.
Okay. Right, we've got you guys coming in. Okay, right. Marnie didn't go in yet. And Amber is within range of, He doesn't even need to crit to kill this! Amber, what are you? I've had so much fun using Amber in this playthrough. Like, I will fully admit that, like, this basically is just discount Panette, this build. Panette does the same thing, but better. But, like, but as some people have said, like, there's no reason you can't use both. I don't believe flame damage can kill you. So I think Louis should be fine just straight up walking onto this fire, because that's just how things be when you're a... Well, technically speaking, walking on top of a lot of fire when wearing a lot of heavy armor would probably be a terrible idea in real life, but yeah, it's just, it's just, I don't know, it just comes across as cool to me that somebody can just walk on top of fire and not even flinch. Speaking of which, Jean's gonna do that now, because why not?
That helps.
Yes, that indeed helps. Going from almost... Oh, actually, no, he can actually go off the fire. he won't have to imagine the fire, because the fire is right here. Oh, actually, I can dance for a clan. Yeah, you do have to be a little careful, because at this part of the map, Zephyr is kind of gonna get close to being Ludian.
I am ready to serve.
It's funny, whenever I hear clan say that I'm ready to serve, I instantly think of, oh, you know what? There's another case where having that is good. Although, admittedly, if I do this, I have, I don't get broken either. And I'd probably do more damage. No, your resistance is really high, so I think I will go for the Silver Sword. But yeah, I think of, like, Hakan from Street Fighter saying, "I'm ready for action," which is one of his, like, start of round quotes. Okay, the worm there is dead. There's another worm here. So the question is, can I beat Marnie before the worm comes? Oh boy, that damage does not look great from Tamara right now, but I mean, that's kind of what I expected eventually. So I've got silver, spear, silver. But yeah, I probably should start going in our woods with Alchrist here. And yeah, if I'm not gonna kill anyway, I may as well go for some crits with this.
I'll go first.
Okay, there's Luna.
I hope this is enough.
Maybe. It was, nice.
I had no choice but to win.
Okay, that's one of them down. And I have Mulagir now. That was very good timing. Because Mulagir is indeed a thing that is very fun to use in this game. Oh, not quite. Can I? I can, okay. Alternatively, I can just put Tamara here, and even if she doesn't activate her skill, she will still be able to. But actually, no, I need Ivy to go there because... Oh no, or she could maybe use Dire Thunder and not kill. Okay, how about this? Ivy goes here and Dire Thunders.
Here we go.
Oh, that missed. Oh, but you actually do kill because of Grasping Void. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping for one day when I'd actually need Grasping Void to kill something, and I got it. Okay, so now... Oh, no, I'll do this. I was like, do I even expose you to damage? But still.
I'll go first.
Racket of Soul, actually not a terrible thing to have. Against Morvia especially. In fact, if Aaliyah goes here, he could heal Tamara and still give Lapis the boosted damage. But yeah, the thing I love about this game is just all of these like on-the-fly things you discover. Like, oh yeah, you could go here and use this ability, and then you could go here and position yourself for like a chain attack and do this. It's just, and to me, it's just the perfect combination of like having a lot of options and a lot of very interesting tactical options, but also not being completely overwhelming, and also not kind of forcing you to like completely commit to certain things over others. Because okay, so here's a thing that like I actually saw in developer interviews regarding Engage that I find really interesting. Aha! You can't break me because I'm not using a tome anymore.
Did you see that?
Is that they said that they wanted with the emblems, they wanted to do something similar to the marriage and children system of other Fire Emblem games. But I probably should have used Byleth earlier because I could just get Byleth back there. But without having, like, okay, so the thing that they thought, though, about the marriage and children system is that oftentimes the fruits of your choices would not be obvious until much later on. So you could be thinking, oh, hey, I could do this pairing, this might be cool. And then, okay, so for example, I had this happen to me in Fates with pairing Elise and Arthur. And by the way, to all people, I do headcanon Arthur as being more closer to Elise's age, but anyway. So, I did that pairing, and then I got to the child joining, and he really was not good at all, and I wouldn't have known that until it was too late. And that's the same thing in Genealogy of the Holy War as well. Like, you kind of need advanced knowledge to know, like, which pairings are good. The thing with Engage, though, is... And so what their goal was with the emblems, you've got a similar amount of customization. But at the same time,
I must play my part.
If you don't like a character and emblem combination, well, just give that emblem to someone else next chapter. there's no, like, huge loss in that. And I've heard some people say, oh, it means your choices aren't meaningful anymore, and it means that, like, it robs you of, like, making, you know, meaningful choices and decisions. Oh, what am I thinking? I was worried about, like, I was thinking, okay, who do I put there who won't, like, die? And then I'm like, oh, what am I thinking? I can just use Aaliyah and just chain guard. In fact, in that case, I can probably afford to really rush in here and get really close. Oh, but there's also Blazing Lion to worry about. That's a thing. Now, if I'm remembering right, I'm just going to dry run this just to see. Yeah, so being engaged actually makes you slightly resist enemy engage attacks. It's something that the game does actually tell you, I think, at some point, but I forget, like, when it is. So maybe it is better if I just have one person stay here. Blazing Lion hits in a line, so it's, like, horizontally. So if I put Aaliyah here, then I think I can probably afford to just go for a pure chain guard rather than an actual straight-up... Yeah, see, if I went there, Marnie would be able to Blazing Lion you and Aaliyah, whereas if I have Tamara just here, all Marnie can hit is... It will set other spaces on fire, so I do kind of need to get a little close with everybody else. You know, I wonder if I can just snipe... In fact, now that I have Moolah gear, we can show the true terror that is Astra Storm Moolah. Oh, that doesn't even kill you, okay. I was hoping that I'd be able to snipe, like, one enemy. But if at least one of them is a Luna, this will kill. Now, usually I don't like committing to an attack like this, but it's not the end of the world if I don't get the Luna. But there's 5 chances at Luna I have here. Okay, one of them was... Well, several of them are Luna. But all I needed was one of them to be Luna, and I would have been good. So I think... So Tamara is getting hit by the flames, which means that we need to not be in a horizontal line with her. Because I think Lapis can go there, but then I think Ivy can go, like, here. And now you. I'm worried that if I go in here with Amber, then Morvia will charge towards him instead of going towards Marnie. But... maybe I should do this, though. Because I definitely want that worm gone. And I'm not opposed to luring him towards this group. So let's go Ike now.
Engage.
So here we go. Here is Ike. And now... Nah, it's not going to get in Great Ether range, because it has a massive attack range. Like, I can use Longbow to kind of tempt it into using its other fireball, maybe. That means it gets less close to me, I don't know. Actually, let me just check for a second. Ignores defense resistance. Okay, yeah, it doesn't say it can't follow up, which means that, again, theoretically speaking, you can get double, but you'd have to have, like, -2 speed. Oh, hey! Clan face touched Amber. Okay, where is Morvia going?
With him at my side, I'm invincible. You're going down for sure.
Kind of fits that Marnie is using Roy, who's, like, canonically the youngest Lord. Because Roy is only 15 years old, and that is treated fairly realistically, which is cool. Ouch. And that's a lot of fire. And that's a lot of enemies. But Amber likes getting attacked by a lot of enemies. Well, usually. Oh no, I provoked everyone. Oh no, I provoked everyone. Oh no, I provoked everyone. Zephyr, what, are you going somewhere? Going somewhere? Zephyr, okay, that's weird. Zephyr didn't run in. Huh. Okay. Zephyr's usually, like, the first to run in. But I've now provoked Hyacinth and Veil, so now I seriously need to, yeah, this is actually a little scary right now. So,
You got it.
Right then. As much as I would really like to Great Ether right now, I need that worm to die, so... Let's go for, again, the Killer Axe. I probably need to Physic Amber.
Nothing short of victory.
Okay, good, I got that crit. As much as I do like Wrath, I probably am still going to put Amber back to full health, just because otherwise, bad things could happen. Oh, he gets doubled by Morvia. That's kind of sucky. I mean, a bajillion things would attack Clan if I did that, but if I use that, and I'm engaged with Corrin, I will freeze Morvia and that entire group of enemies, which might be interesting. So yeah, we've got options, but, oh, you weren't kidding when you said with him at your side you're invincible, because, yep, that's problematic. She's annoying because she's just like, oh yeah, I have, oh, look at me, I'm Marnie, I have, Focus Sash on every single one of my health bars. At least it's better than, like, the bosses in Silver Snow's endgame having, having, like, oh yeah, you potentially can, Hurricane X. Oh, and also you have a Worm Slayer. You know what? As much as I really want to kill that, I actually think now is time to, I think there's like a Bugs Bunny cartoon that says this, bring on the double! Yes, let's go, I would very much like 4 doubles. So yeah, let's summon those up, and then, I probably should be chain guarding someone. I take a heck of a lot of damage, but if you're the only one who's here, and then if I chain guard both, no, Aaliyah can't get in there because of the fire. Yeah, oh no, but Lapis can canter. But she might not be able to canter into the fire. Yeah, see, a lot of things to consider here. Alternatively, if I engage...
Emblem, engage!
Does my engage attack actually finish you? Not quite. Okay, then. Let's try this, then. And yes, yeah, so this is a thing with Armor Knights being immune to break.
I won't let this go to my head.
Because I wouldn't have taken a counterattack from that normally. I cannot canter back into the flames. Makes sense.
A little rough here.
Well, yep, definitely. That's a bit of an understatement. Speaking of Armor Knights being immune to break, yeah. Yeah, the other thing about Marnie, though, is her accuracy is horrible. So, like, yeah, she's usually not much of a threat, like, oh, hey, I can convoy potentially an elixir. Please don't. I have an elixir here, that's good. So yeah, her damage output is not a particularly big threat, but, she makes up for it by, I have to engage in order to chain. Do I even need to chain guard you now that I've healed you, though? I mean, I might just in case.
Lend me your strength.
Just in case. Well, it's bonded shield, not chain guard, technically, but still. Okay, so also a bajillion things are coming at me, and also Zephyr has that movement range.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I think I just need to be extremely cautious right now and not provoke more enemies than I need to. Huh, actually, now might not be a bad idea to use the Dragon Vein. But I sort of want things to come at me and die. Oh, you can't actually get to me.
Help me, Emblem.
Something tells me I'm gonna need Goddess Dance soon anyway, so I might as well... Let's see. If I one-round you even with the fire... Nope, I don't, so I have to use this. Actually, hang on a minute. Can I attack you from here? Yeah, I can, so no reason not to do this. I was gonna skip this animation.
I need to be more diligent.
Yeah, you hear that sound because you're still gaining a little bit of SP. But yeah, I don't want to skip animations in this map. It's a pretty climactic battle. Actually, I would very much like to use the Recover Staff on Lily. I hope Clan can take that one enemy. Yeah, I usually lure Zephyr early, so I'm not used to not having to deal with her as well as everything else. But in general, the thing with this chapter is it's easy to get overwhelmed. Don't take on more than you have to, or, you know, don't bite off more than you can chew. Which I sincerely hope is not the case. Oh yeah, right, I promised to... Physic Amber. That could actually end badly, we'll see. Except you decided to kill a double instead.
I will stop at nothing to protect Lady Vale.
Yeah, this is why I said I haven't really used Lynn's doubles all that much. They are genuinely very useful for this specific thing. Yes, not getting hit. And also, they trigger get behind me. That's another thing I really like about Alchrist using these doubles. Yeah, apparently the parrying of attacks with weapons is actually based more on internal level than it is by... Okay! That was my bad. I did not deserve to avoid punishment for that mistake. I completely forgot that the Worm Slayer was effective on Aaliyah too.
I really am worthless.
Oh, that would have been really cool if you dodged, though, because then you would have actually countered with the Manikadi, and that would have actually killed that, I think. But yeah, it's easy to forget that she also has dragon effectiveness, but like I said again, though, her accuracy is really bad, so usually she tends to miss you. It's like kind of a constant whenever you're using, whenever you're fighting against Marnie. She's more of an annoyance than a threat, but that's on me for forgetting the Worm Slayer. Like, I should have had to rewind there. Not that it would have really set me back all that much, because all I would have needed to do was just move him differently. Yeah, it's weird that for Veil, like, potentially Veil might not be the last one I take down here. But, if that guy was out of the way...
I can keep going.
I don't think Clan can actually get you, though. Okay, we've got an incoming Hyacinth right now, and as I've said, he's not really the biggest threat of this map, but still... Okay, I think now, though, I really want to focus on what's down here.
Let's do this.
Now, you are my specific anti-Morphia countermeasure with your Rider's Bane. Kind of, but he's still really bulky. Yeah, Morphia is deceptively dangerous to deal with. So maybe right now I should actually just focus on taking you down. That should put you into low enough health that I can finish you off, and then... yeah, I hate how much punishment she requires to take down because of hold out. Although I think engage attacks pierce that, so if I go for Twin Strike later on, even with the armor effectiveness, I still only do that much. But maybe that'll work? We'll see.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was going to say I probably should have had Tamara equip a Javelin so that she could chain attack, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. She would have still got holdout there. So let me just do a test run of this. Twin Strike versus holdout actually does... I mean, you're not even in holdout range anyway, but still. And I do no damage to you. Unless I use the Griplets. Even Mulagir does nothing, but that's still likely to finish you. Equip Javelin so I get chain attacks. Theoretically, I could get Luna, though. But theoretically, here I could get Sandstorm.
Allow me.
And I'm doing more damage because of Divinely Inspiring.
You have my respect.
Divinely Inspiring still applies even when you would otherwise do 0 damage. That's actually quite useful to know in certain circumstances. Okay, so I thought that was the real Alchrist. This does worry me a little, but okay. Yeah, so the reason why I'm doing this is that theoretically speaking, if I get some Lunas here, I could do some damage.
Me first.
I can help. Me too. Not done yet. Me too.
Nope, no Lunas, okay. But yeah, now you're seeing just how good chain attacks are on bosses, especially bulky ones. Perform a chain attack with 5 units. But okay. Twin Strike still doesn't finish you. Because the thing is, Twin Strike does, I mean, technically I could do that and then Aaliyah could finish, but then I won't be able to use Aaliyah to Chain Guard. Funnily enough, that actually brings you down to 1. Because Divinely Inspiring plus the Engage attack would finish it. I could do that and then trust these 3 to go for the doubles, and they definitely might. Just in case, I can heal you up a bit. Okay, I desperately hope that Divinely Inspiring on the Engage attack will finish it. I probably need to get lucky with my chain attacks, though, too. Twin Strike, Armor Slayer... Nope, okay.
My turn?
Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Amber isn't even in this fight, and he's still coming to the rescue!
I'll go first. My legend starts now.
And yeah, even though that first crit brought her down to like 1 HP, the second won't kill. If they had the holdout threshold at the start of combat, they are surviving. Like, there's no way they don't survive the combat, which is really good when it's on your side. Not so good when it's on the enemy side. Not really sure I trust Lapis going over there. And I suppose I can use the rapier.
All right.
Beaten by a bunch of weaklings.
2 down. 4 to go.
No fair, no fair, no fair!
I mean, that's what most players would say about your holdout, but like, you know, generals from Genealogy having Great Shield all over again. So now, what do we do in the north? I mean, this is assuming that, like, Alcaris doesn't die here, but, I mean, I'm trusting them to kill the doubles, because that's usually what the AI does. And none of them are in range of the doubles yet. So, how much avoid do you have in these woods? Oh, well, there's quadruple hit too. And also that Louis Zephyr, so I don't want to go there, obviously. I mean, they're all physical enemies, so Louis would be able to tank them quite well. Although, admittedly, because I have Byleth, I can do this. Yoink! See, this is why I kind of want to... It's just, this is the thing. So, making Jean a Mage Knight would solve most of his problems. He'd have better build, and he'd also have better speed, and he'd have Chaos style. But, I really like Thyrsus with Byleth. It's just really, really fun. So I can probably afford to go in there. I mean, I don't suppose Jean can run in and snipe something else. Gotta remember I have Goddess Dance too. I have to not forget to use that, because if I do, that could just be a massive sad time for everyone. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Even though Override from Zephyr is not really going to do much. I forget if these two have an avoid increasing support, honestly. And once again, I don't really want to go for Dragon Vein here, even though it would really slow them down, because I want them to attack me and die. Okay, well, Mage Bro... Oh, I only have 1 use of Recover left. Like, there's a chance that I will really need that later. But also, there's a better than average chance that Clan might die if I don't heal him, so let's go for this.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is the downside of the Recover Staff. It's, it doesn't have a lot of uses. Get you around there. Get you in, get you in. Okay, please kill the doubles. Hello.
I remember nothing. That look on your face, is it fear or hatred?
Wow, that barely does anything. Ow. Still hit me once, though. He has a lot of health for a Key Adept, though. Also, yeah, I probably should show Ivy's boss dialogue, because it's great. Yep, he decided to kill that double. I know you weren't worthless, because you stopped us from getting attacked by Morvia. And Morvia is surprisingly one of the hounds that I find the toughest to fight. Yeah, well, yep, that's always annoying.
Right here.
Aha!
I had no choice but to win.
The downside of doubles killing things is, as you can see there, it's not worth any experience. Hi. I guess you just really want to break me. Nope. Yeah, I wanted to use a tome on Hyacinth, I guess. No, actually, you're the reason I wanted to use a tome. But no, it turns out that Jean couldn't double you anyway, because I probably wouldn't have killed with fire. And yep, I'm not taking damage from this. Probably should also think about using Great Ether soon. Amber is a little bogged down right now. I would very much appreciate his help against Morvia. Hi, Vale. Okay. Okay. Now's probably a really good time to Goddess Dance. Okay, see, I haven't actually really gone over Vale, but, like, she has Marth, and she also has Obscurite and also a Stiletto, and a Master Seal that we don't really need right now, and Lodestar Rush. Now, Vale's Lodestar Rush tends to be very weak, so don't... Yeah, it's not super scary. Like, even on Jean, who's one of my squishiest characters, it's only doing... It's not even, like, it's not doing a whole ton. Look at all the engaged people down. That's a weird thing to say. It makes it sound like they're married. That was kind of just... I've never really made that joke at all, because it's just too low-hanging fruit, really. But now, yeah, Morvia. He's bulky, he's a little resilient against effectiveness weapons, and he crits you a lot. So, Morvia is surprisingly dangerous of an opponent. So I might appreciate getting a whole bunch of chain attacks on Morvia. I would also appreciate doing this to him, but it doesn't actually seem to finish off. I mean, it might do a decent bit. It's like, my idea behind doing this is...
I cannot allow this.
I do a lot of damage, and also Lapis is not damaged, so she's getting her double chain attack from Brave Assist. So now if, say, Alcaris were to attack, then he'd get both the doubles, and he'd get two chain attacks from, and I'm getting Alacrity as well, so that's definitely a health bar gone. The question is, can I take out more, though? Because if I go this, that wins, but that assumes that both of those other chain attacks hit, and that might not end up happening. I don't like his... Oh wait, he has no crit rate against me. So this should be fine. Because Racket of Soul. Even Morvia can't stand her singing. Ah, yeah, that would have been exactly enough if the other chain attack had hit, but oh well. Actually, that is kind of a problem now. Alcaris can get in on the side. I'm just thinking... I mean, I do have the Noble Rapier on Aaliyah. And I have All for One as well. All for One might be able to take down Morvia with this many people surrounding him. I just realized that. I don't normally think about All for One that much. Yeah. No, you can't, because Tamara occupied the All for One space. Right, okay. Well then. Let's not dispel the doubles, though. Let's instead, I do not like that crit rate. I do have Alacrity, and like if I Luna, but I don't want to rely on Luna too much. I'm going to try this, though. Let's see. This is pretty reliant on the chain attacks hitting, though. 2 hits. 4, 5. Luna, maybe? No. Ow. Yes, indeed. Please stop. That's actually really bad, because that's... no, that's not a negative avoid tile, but still. Yeah, Alcaris is probably going to die to that. Are you in the... You are in the woods. That's better I mean, this is virtually guaranteed. There we go.
Just like a hero.
And there are still 2 doubles left, and I definitely trust these enemies to go for the doubles. Hang on a minute, I put Fortify in the convoy, didn't I? Yes, I did. Aaliyah should be able to use it. And that gets Amber too. Yeah, it does. Okay. Doesn't really heal a whole ton, though, especially coming from, like, someone who isn't really a mage. Just 12. But it's something. Glad that I healed both Tamara and... The question is, like, if they can kill a real person, I feel like there's a chance they might prioritize that. So I may have... If I hadn't missed that one chain attack with Tamara, though, that's an issue. But now, yeah, this situation is a little bit precarious, though.
As your steward.
However, I can... Well, I mean, I was gonna say I can freeze people with Clan, but, I mean, I can just kill that general anyway. Clan could run in and freeze that guy, which would also freeze Vale and that thing, but also that would lure Zephyr, so let's not do that just yet. Also, Lodestar Rush. Nope, that's not good with, cavalry effectiveness, and it always hits too, so that's something to keep in mind. Let's try and take you out.
I'm pretty tough, you know.
I'm going for a Goddess Dance here. Speed 20 and higher magic is nice. Because, yeah, my idea here is that Seedol will dance. You get rid of the Paladin.
Was that too much?
Nope, that was exactly 1 more than just enough. And then... Clan kills the general. No, hang on. Does Anna kill the general? She does. So instead, Clan will actually take the top tile. And you will engage, because if I do this, then he'll get frozen and Draconic Hexed. Actually, now might be a good time for Dragon Vein. Okay, so that means you get... Okay, Clan's getting a lot of low percent crits for me, but then again, he is kind of like the awesome guy of this playthrough apart from Amber. Okay, so yeah, so Hyacinth is stuck now. Anna can go here and take out the general. Don't bite off more than you can chew, though, is the name of the game here. Because now you can Goddess Dance, which forces you to stay here. And that also gets Seedol back, so Seedol can refresh somebody a second time this turn. Also High Creator Sword that I don't need. Oh, you can actually dart back, because of... Again, I keep forgetting about Cancer, but... Yeah, no. Clan needs to go away now. Unless... No, if I do that, then Zephyr gets me. I was just thinking that I could do something like this, like, say, if I attack with Thunder here, that will freeze all three of them. Okay, Lodestar Rush kills Anna. Good to know. That means Anna cannot be in range of Veil this turn. And Veil also has a tome, so Louis can't go in there. From here, though, I can either do that... My idea there is that freezes Veil and the other one, and then I can have Seedol dance, and... I mean, that's a possibility. I think it's just initiate combat.
A new toy. I'm going to enjoy this.
How dare you act sadistic towards Clan!
Mars.
You will pay! Okay, so that did no damage. Does that still freeze you? It does. So it actually does work exactly like it does in Fate. That's cool. So like these two are both stuck now. You're not stuck, but you're also stuck. And I do need to... Is that Zephyr? That is Zephyr. Okay. Okay, that's... Okay, the Paladin cannot actually reach Seedol, so unless Zephyr, like, one-shots Seedol, then Seedol should be safe where he is. I may even be able to have a shot at beating Hyacinth now. He's frozen, so I don't really need to, but also if I get closer, then I provoke Zephyr. How about I just try and poke you and get some more chain attacks? Oh yeah, Arm Shield does benefit, like, arts versus bows, I think, but, I mean... He didn't switch to the art. I don't know why. So how much do you do? A pretty solid amount of damage. Oh yeah, he does advantage too.
My apologies.
I tend to forget it because, again, Hyacinth is not exactly that strong of an enemy in this map. He's definitely far from the biggest threat here.
Give in to your impulses, Emblem Leaf.
Get revenge on everyone who used to say you were a bad unit until they realized to use you in a support manner rather than offensively. Which is pretty much exactly how it works.
Lord Sombron is limitless. I was right in my actions.
The emblem is going wild. This is just like what happened at Solm Palace. This poses a real challenge.
Except it's also Leaf, and he's frozen, so yeah. So all this really does is give him access to the Light Brand, which admittedly could kill Louis. 25 magic attack, 5 resistance, okay, he does. But the Light Brand has a high crit rate too, so maybe I actually have to kill Hyacinth this turn. Which is kind of a shame because I wanted to show Ivy's dialogue, but... yeah, that could kind of work, I guess.
Come and get it!
I will have your life.
Okay, well, I'm actually kind of glad that I got to see his crit quote at least once, because I've never seen that before. Okay, I can beat him now. Yeah, if I do that, Zephyr will override. Oh, you have a spear. Right. Oh, maybe... oh, and something else can attack Seedol. Okay. Actually, maybe I messed this up. I probably had to kill that at least.
Did you see that?
I probably did mess this up. I was too carried away in getting a good Byleth Goddess Dance combo going. But okay then. Well, I also could have messed this up below, but let's see. So you're... Oh, yep, that's a good crit rate on you. Please don't crit. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was... I completely forgot about, let's just see if that would have got Seagull killed too, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was bad on all fronts then.
You think you...
Wow, okay. Yeah, actually putting Seagull there was bad. Yeah, that was just like a, again, just don't bite off more than you can chew. So, the problem I think was having Tamara do something. In other words, basically my whole turn. So maybe going in with Ivy versus Morphia first might be better.
Me too.
So, like, that one chain attack still missed, but... Now... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one health bar down without... 5 times 5, potentially 25, and then another 12. Okay, you can actually get to the other side and just use the Rider's Bane to finish this health bar.
Here.
Okay. That's a health bar down, and you level up this time, which is good. Getting magic, though, at a greater pace than your strength. Which I guess is somewhat typical of Tamara. Yeah, all for one with Noble Rapier is going to do a lot. But before that, I can... Nah, you'll be able to potentially hit me, so no. Again, don't bite off more than you can chew. I'm going to all for one with the Noble Rapier. 29. Does Aaliyah die to that Paladin, though? 30 physical... Wait, no, that's a Royal Knight. 30 physical attack. 21 defense. Yeah, no, Aaliyah should be okay. So, all for one on you.
I will never give up!
Let's begin! Look here!
Not done yet.
Me too!
Yes, it does. It does count the doubles. Oh, and he can just dart back anyway. Not that I really need to exactly. But now Alcruz can just snipe you down from here.
Here we go!
This should do it.
Alas.
And Lapis takes it for him.
What more could I have done?
Well, I mean, you did a lot in the alternate timeline that I just rewound, so don't beat yourself up too much. So now there's just you. And you. And I should probably, this time, have Amber kill this top one. Because that's the one that's a bigger threat to my northern people. Yeah, that's guaranteed, even though I take a little bit of damage in return. Maybe it'd be better luring the other bosses down towards Amber, though. I mean, it's kind of better to lure anything towards Amber, but yeah, it's just... that's... Honestly, it's probably a decent idea. It's just that I really want to get rid of that general while also not getting attacked by Veil. But maybe in order to do this, it's better off if I use a Jean snipe.
I need to be more diligent.
Now, I'll skip these animations since I fought these enemies before. But I think with that, I can canter away from Veil. And remember that she is dragon, not mystical, so her tome is not going to pierce your terrain evasion. The reason why I'm doing this, though, is... I mean, this kind of means I don't have to kill you because you get frozen. is because, if Seedol dances for Clan, Clan will be able to head down here and maybe take out this other... Yeah, nope. But yes, with 11. Well, okay, no, that evasion's not great on the enemy, though. Okay, good, I hit both times.
For the divine dragon.
Okay. With that, Yunaka going here, this means that she gets, to be in the terrain, but also, not in range of Lodestar Rush from Vale. So Vale can attack her from here, but not with Lodestar Rush. And I hope with 151 Avoid, then she's good enough to not get hit by stuff. Question is, though, if I move all the way back here, just have to make sure that Seedol doesn't get attacked by... Master Lance can get Seedol from there. Huh. He only has 23 attack power, though. So it does, like, exactly 10 damage to him times 2. And... Wait, I thought I froze you. No, seriously, I thought I wasn't engaged with Corrin. Ah. You'll probably go for Jean, though. I'd hate for Seedol to die. Actually, no, you can't even damage... Well, you only do 1 damage to Seedol anyway, so... I kinda wish Armor Knights could Chain Guard right now, but okay then. Well, will this enemy phase be less disastrous? Hello!
Can you defeat your...
So yeah, 0% chance to hit. She would not do this on Maddening. But yeah, I only have a 13% crit rate, even with Train to Kill. Okay, this is what I was afraid of. Dodge one of these, maybe? No. No. But I think he's still fine. That is better than I was hoping for. Much better than I was hoping for. Goodbye.
Was that too much?
Yeah, again, don't butt off more you can shoot than you can chew. Only fight what you actually need to. Bye, Alchris Double. You were gonna die anyway. You didn't heal Vale for some reason. You did. Oh, maybe you were out of range, because Physic has kind of disappointingly low range in this game. Okay, right, that's better. So, especially since Amber is close, but he just lost his engage. So, Hyacinth is here, Vale is there. If at all possible, I would like for Vale to keep going after Yunaka.
Another kill for me.
That should keep her distracted for a while. Okay, I can take you out from a snipe. Oh, this means I don't get Goddess Dance.
I have to keep everyone safe.
But again, it just, I don't think I want to go in with a full-on Goddess Dance right now. Vale is just right there. I do need to heal Seedol, though. And if anything, I don't really want to freeze Hyacinth with Corrin right now, because I think I do need, I want him to get closer. Can I Physic Amber? I can. I suddenly thought of Band Ambar, the evil team from, that weird Pokemon ROM hack. Yeah, the Silver Sword will do it.
Who's next?
Skipping that because I don't really care about this particular battlefield right now. It's just the North Front where there are problems. And Zephyr hasn't even come in yet. Okay. Let's get you up in there. May even be able to start fighting Hyacinth with Ivy, which is good. So maybe that reset earlier was a blessing in disguise.
You saved me.
That may have actually saved you. So yeah, right now the only concern that I have with... Actually, the only enemies left are one random key adept and bosses.
I won't miss a step.
You will need to make sure that you don't miss out on living, though. He doesn't have any magic weapons yet. Do you still have your... Nope, your recover staff is gone, which means I actually really need to heal Seedol with the Vulnerary. Which means he can't dance, and that sucks. Or I could use the Shielding Art to give him more defense. I don't know why I haven't been doing that before, actually. Really could have used that earlier. You're getting Lodestar Rushed, aren't you? And potentially... Wait, no, it doesn't... They don't have the icons blinking. That's weird. Don't know why they don't have the icons blinking. That must be why it doesn't say they're going to be using their engage attacks. Because they haven't used them yet. Maybe it's only like... It's like on a turn-by-turn basis. I sincerely hope that's true. Oh yeah, Masked Rapier is going to massively lower my hit rate. At least I actually did hit once. That means another stack of poison. Hi! You clearly thought that you could break me, but you were wrong.
Was that too much?
Again, this does not work on Maddening. Don't try it. But on Maddening, it can be a boon to just, like, have enemies totally ignore you if your evasion is perfect. What? Oh, +5 speed.
This is one.
For some reason, this tile is totally safe from everything.
Thank the stars for you.
Okay, that wasn't horrible. And I think that... No, that doesn't Draconic Hex you because you have to initiate combat for that. Okay. Well, I can get Ivy's boss dialogue now, at least. Let's go for this first.
Ivy.
Father, I've not seen you since we were at the Brodian border.
Yeah, Ivy didn't even get to see him die.
That was our farewell. In this life, at least.
It need not be. I can appeal to Lord Sombron. Ask him to welcome you back as our ally.
No. You are... not you. I will not cling tearfully to my father's shadow. But I am grateful for this. Grateful for the chance to thank you. Say goodbye. And tell you that as Elusia's queen, I will surpass you.
Oh, that's a great performance from her there. Oh, Grasping Void's very good in this situation. But okay, yeah, I need to learn. I was severely underestimating Corrupted Hyacinth. You equip the Rapier, though, which is going to make you ridiculously hard to hit. So let's see.
got it.
Hopefully, your days are numbered now that I have Amber on the scene. I don't want to use the Great Axe, though, because that would smash you out of, like, range of chain attacks and stuff. That still basically gets you your health bar down, almost. Partly thanks to Stir Attack. But yeah, I like going in with my longbows first, because that way I get more chain attacks on them. And now Tamara, so now I have 3 chain attacks. See, I'm getting this going.
Yeah, leave it to me.
Okay, so now he gets the Light Brand, which means Louis has to be very careful. But hopefully he won't be around long enough to actually use that to its fullest. Not least of which because I'll be able to... Okay, let's get it a little bit more cheap chain attacks, I guess. Because this damage could at least help out later. Okay, good, Luna. That Alacrity was pointless without another Luna, but still. Okay, that was more chip damage than I expected, so that's a little more... And now... Oh, he's not even switching to the Light Brand. No, if I chip him down a little bit more with an Anna attack here.
Leave it to me.
Come on.
25. Maybe that's enough for Louis. Okay, we got a Draconic Hex on him again, so that might be enough for Louis. That requires a lot of chain attacks to hit, and that's only a tiny bit more damage, so I think I'll go for this. Yes, this is where, like, Leaf's idea of, like, best weapon is a little questionable sometimes.
I cannot accept this. The moment I slipped into the fell dragon's thrall, my fate was sealed. Ivy, Hortensia, I'm sorry. Know that I love you both. Elusia is yours to lead, and yours to save.
That's 4 down. I still think, though, he should have been the boss of his own chapter. It just kind of feels like a waste to just... Because he gets overshadowed. There's 5 other bosses on this map, including your first real fight with Vale. It's just... Yeah, it's kind of an unfortunate thing about yeah, the way they use Corrupted Hyacinth. It's definitely one of my biggest misgivings with this game's story. Oh, I needed that chain attack to hit, actually. Well, okay then. Suppose Clan can finish you and get a little closer, and then after this, it's just Zephyr and
That was so... wow.
But yeah, because Zephyr's pretty fast. That doubling with the Levin Sword against Seedol was terrifying, so I need to lure her in with somebody who has... Because they average your... Because she averages your defense and resistance as well. And she also has Override, which sometimes getting hit by Override is actually preferable to anything else. Because at the very least, Override... I sort of want Aaliyah to fight Vale, though, is the thing. Because, like, yeah, getting hit by Override means that you only get hit once. And I shall do the Fortify Convoy again. Oh, that looks satisfying. Yeah, never since the GBA games has Fortify looked that satisfying. Oh yeah, if I'm on the very tip of her range, she has to use the Levin Sword. And Alchrist is so fast right now that he's not going to get doubled. And probably not, like, one-shotted. So, oh, I sincerely hope this isn't a terrible, terrible plan, but maybe that'll work? Okay, here she is!
You think you can defeat me in my night? Then by all means, try.
Zephyr, Sigurd's canonical wife is going to be very, very angry with you soon.
Impudent!
Okay, double looter, nice.
I'll apologize later.
You don't need to apologize to Zephyr, trust me.
No need for restraint, Sigurd. Run wild.
Okay, I accidentally pushed her into berserk mode.
Look upon the might of Lord Sombron.
All that really does is give her tear thing. Oh yeah, she does have Canter. That's always annoying when she does that. Oh, and she gets Divine Speed as well. So yeah, Vale can be kind of a pain sometimes. You still have Override active? Yeah, there's Tear thing. So res plus 5, very powerful. Okay, that's not good. But she doesn't have Thorn anymore, so if I barely do any damage to her with that, okay. Okay. I think there's probably a way that I can beat them both this turn. There has to be. So if I go you into Vale... If I break you, do you lose the Rapier's plus 20 evasion? Please tell me that's actually true. Emblem plus 6. It doesn't say weapon, so maybe she did lose the evasion. But it only applies for the next combat, so I need to make this count. And by make this count, yeah, if I use the Great Axe to smash... Oh, I still barely have any accuracy. That's better. Yeah. I sort of still want you to be in chain attack range of Tamara.
No.
Okay.
Just like a hero.
Goodbye, health bar.
Hero King, let's make it hurt, shall we?
And now Marth goes bananas.
Impressed by Father's power? Fell dragons are far beyond divine dragons.
And now she has Mercurius, not Falchion. Interesting. But yeah, she's got the rapier back, which means her avoid is really high. Fortunately, chain attacks ignore avoid.
Come on!
Not done yet!
No!
And yeah, Aaliyah is just kind of relishing in getting to punch Evil Veil in the face over and over and over again now. If I were to engage with Aaliyah, I could actually use Parthia. That would be potentially interesting. Oh, that actually finishes you. But I sort of want to try Parthia, though.
Emblem, engage!
Just because I want to get the boss conversation here. So, okay then, let's go attack with... Oh, hey, Parthia will finish... Wow, with perfect accuracy, too.
I'm so glad you came. Quite a backdrop, isn't it? Flora looks much prettier up in flames. I knew you'd come if I set it ablaze. And the corrupted that frightened you so much. They're not so scary this way, are they?
Well, they are when Hyacinth crits Louis.
Are you talking about King Hyacinth?
Yes. I thought seeing him would make you smile. We are friends, after all.
We weren't exactly on the best of terms with Hyacinth, though, just saying.
Oh. But we had a falling out, didn't we? The other Veil must be simply heartbroken.
Oh, Megan Taylor Harvey must be having so much fun playing Evil Veil. She rarely gets to play, like, fully evil villains like this.
It's not possible. How could this happen? I promise you will not survive our next encounter.
So, yep, this isn't the last we'll be seeing of her either. So now, there was one. Just Zephyr. And, oh yeah, I wanted to try and silence her, although I don't know if that's actually gonna... Not even in range to silence her, apparently. I'm sure there's got to be a way I can do this. Oh, wait, no, you have a warp staff, don't you? Okay, you do have a warp staff, so I can warp somebody in there. Okay, how about this? How about we go full Mage Bros here? Warp Clan. And then... Engage.
Emblem, engage!
And then I barely do any damage because your defenses are annoyingly high on both sides of the spectrum. But this is not to really damage you, it's to freeze you. So if I torrential roar in your face...
Out of the way!
Didn't mean to make a face joke with Corrin there.
Here I go!
Yeah, that's all I wanted. The freeze and the... Draconic Hex. Oh, but it doesn't work because she has Headlong Rush. That's actually interesting. I didn't really realize that before, that Headlong Rush makes you immune to that effect. Oh, just barely. If I healed you a little bit somehow, but I can't really heal you somehow. Unless actually I could do this. So I get to chip you down a little bit with this longbow without you countering me. Sorry about this, Sigurd, but it has to be done. We must free you from the evil fanfic you are currently experiencing. Ah, Lapis can get into a position where she can support Alchrist. Let's do that. And so, dance. I'll show the full dance just because.
Thank you.
This is hopefully going to be the end of the chapter. Because now... Oh, I can engage with Lyn for good measure.
I'm sorry you're stuck with me.
Zephyr really deserves this. Wait a minute. With Mula... Okay. Yeah, that's totally guaranteed. Let's do that.
Now I have you.
And it's also overkill.
Quite strong. Armed like this, and yet I did not win.
Well, you did get me in one timeline, so that's... yeah, you can still pat yourself on the back for that. Yeah, was not expecting her to double Seedor. Bond 17. And there we go. That did not feel like only 11 turns, wow.
Damn, the ring we gave Hyacinth. They snatched it.
Also, yeah, just, you're all totally fine after we beat you up so badly.
We gotta protect the other ones. Let's get them onto the ship.
I will take the ring of the Hero King.
Come, my lady. We must hurry. Is something the matter?
Zephia, give me your ring.
What are you planning?
Just do it.
Very well.
Please, take this!
But why?
I know you can't forgive me for all the things I've done. But still, you must know. I need you to know that even though our friendship was brief, it meant everything.
What the hell?
You filthy defect!
Vale!
When we return, I'll see that you never wake up again!
Mavir, keep an eye on those other rings.
Understood.
The Ring of the Holy Knight. Thank you, Vale. Emblem Sigurd, Emblem Leaf. I'm glad you two are back.
The genealogy boys are back in town.
As am I. Allow me to apologize for failing to protect you at the cathedral. All this time, within my dimmed consciousness, I feared you and I would never again meet.
Sigurd, that was my fault, not yours.
As you saw, they have been twisting Vale's mind and using her as a pawn.
Leaf probably has seen this kind of thing before. Sigurd kind of sadly died before he could, but I'm referring to Julius here in a sense.
With Sombron's movement limited, it is she who carries out his will.
I see.
Should we try to rescue her?
First, we have to help the people of Flora. We can go to Elusia after we've put out the remaining fires and rescued the survivors. With this fight, we have 8 rings. We're at an advantage to take the other 4.
Yes. Victory is in sight.
Alfred, why don't you go to the castle? Tell Queen Ev what has happened here.
Yeah, leave the village to us.
Thanks, everyone. I appreciate it.
Be safe, Vale.
So now we really have a new goal. Get back our remaining 4 rings and save Vale. Yeah, that scene right there is a reason why a lot of people really hate Zephia. You're honestly supposed to. But, like, yeah, just straight up physical abuse just showed. Not just emotional abuse, physical abuse too.
Yes.
And I guess that is true.
Whoa.
I suppose the Bond fragments are a little bit of mood whiplash here, but, well, I guess now, Amber, it's time for you to be a hero. This is what being a hero is all about. A lot of the post-battle dialogue here is pretty great. And yeah, like, it's even, like, this is another thing about this game, is that, like, despite seeming like so lighthearted, it does have its dark moments. They confirm that a lot of people died in this attack. Especially the people from Serenity are devastated here. See, like, in a sense, it's a little better than, not to knock this, oh, by the way, I'm kind of the one you pray to, so actually, yeah, you should probably still keep praying. But anyway, not to, like, knock something else, but it's kind of like, there was, later on in the Trails series, they try to have, like, big continent-spanning wars, and, like, their settings that broadly take themselves way more seriously than this game does, and you can literally count the number of people who die in those wars on one hand. It's just, like, the fact that Engage, despite a broadly light-hearted tone... Also, wow, lines like this, too. That Engage isn't afraid to do things like this. Everyone in Serenity is commenting here. Well, Alchris, you did take down Zephyr.
Well...
Yeah, you also got Lyn from, like, Bond 13 all the way up to, like, Bond 17 in one battle. That does show just how good Lyn can be. Yeah, in terms of how I handled that battle, the real thing was, well, one, I severely underestimated Hyacinth. I kept saying, oh, yeah, Hyacinth's not that big a threat.
That's it for me.
Well, nope, yeah. Leaf, the light brand with its crit rate can be really scary. I forget if it had that much crit in genealogy, but, like, it definitely does... do quite a lot. Right. Yeah, it was kind of dumb that I left Louis in range of him there, and then the other time as well, like, I just, I kind of have to blame Tamara for that, because, like, me going in with her first really cost me there, but it was more like that I needed to take down, yeah, I guess the Draconic Time Crystal only works a very short distance back, but I needed to take down Morvia that turn, like...
Zappy!
But Yunaka did really well, like, you luring Vale in... That was really important. Also, lines like this. Again, there's just quite a lot of... There's a surprising amount of depth to these characters, more than you might expect. Don't know if I've spoken to these people here. I will say, though, like, Tamara barely contributed to the dialogue in those story scenes. This is part of why I wish that, it was Fogado instead. We can still adopt animals from here, though. I was going to say I guess there's very few people here to care for these animals and they'll be safe with us, but I mean, that's a seagull, it's not really domesticated.
Yes.
Also, the Elusian warships are just still casually here. I guess everyone who was on board them is dead now, so they're just here. I guess we can maybe steal them. And cat. Sometimes you need a good cat at a time like this. Speaking of which, more cats. I mean, on the one hand, I can see where you're coming from, but on the other, they're ships that are fully functional. Like, we could just add them to our fleet and just repaint them, change their emblems and their flags. Why waste perfectly good boats? But, with that intensity over... It'll be time to go back to the Somnial, and for the first time in ages, I'll have a Somnial episode with no new character bios to go over, but we've got Leaf and Sigurd back at least, so we'll think about what we do with them, along with some other things that we could talk about. And then I think we'll proceed to the next chapter. I think we've done enough paralogs for the time being, so I'll see you all next time.